Hi everyone, Binny here with Beauty by Binny. So I do a ton of shopping at Victoria's Secret and I was just there recently to check out their semi-annual sale, and as I was looking through their makeup I saw a little makeup kit that had a picture of Adriana Lima on the package, and her makeup was like a gray smoky eye and a pink lip, which I really liked. I didn't like the quality of their makeup, so I didn't get that, but I decided to create something that is similar using only the Urban Decay Naked palette. So all the eyeshadows are from the original Naked palette, and I hope you guys enjoy the look. Let's go ahead and get started. So I already applied my foundation and filled in my brows lightly just to cover any gaps, and now I am using a primer. This is just the Painterly Paint Pot. And the eyeshadows that I'm using again are all from the Urban Decay Naked palette, and the first one that I'm using is called Virgin. It's the lightest color in the palette, and I'm applying that right under my brows. Next I'm using this eyeshadow called Buck, and I'm applying that right into my crease. The brush that I'm using is a MAC 217. And I'm basically doing this just to add some depth and dimension into my crease. After that, I used a MAC 224 fluffy brush just to blend that out. I didn't add any eyeshadow to that brush. Okay, so next take a black eye pencil and apply a little on your finger and then add that over your lid. Don't take it all the way up to your crease, keep it under the crease. This step is basically just going to make the eyeshadows that we're going to use stand out more. It's going to make them look more opaque. Now wet a brush using either Max Fix Plus or just water and use the color called Gunmetal over the black base that we just applied. I have noticed that most of the shadows from the Urban Decay Naked palette have a lot of fallout, and that's why I prefer to apply some of the shadows with a wet brush. And I'm taking the silver shadow all the way up to my crease but not above the crease, and after that I used a clean MAC 224 brush to blend out any harsh lines. Okay, so now I'm going back to the Virgin eyeshadow again, and I'm applying that on the inner corners of my eyes. And I'm also going to apply it under my brow bone again to add a little more highlight. After that, I'm using this shimmery champagne color called Sidecar, and I'm applying that using my fingers right on the center of my lids. And then after that, I'm using Buck again, and I'm applying that on my lower lid, keeping it away from the highlight that I applied on the inner corners of my lid. I also applied Gunmetal to the outer 2/3 of my lower lash line. Then add a little bit of Sidecar on the center part of your lower lid. I'm using this black color called Creep to create a deeper crease, and then I'm blending it out using a MAC 217 blending brush. Okay, and next I'm applying a black eye pencil to my lower waterline, and I'm also adding it into the inner corners. The one that I'm using is called Feline by MAC. And now I'm using a black gel liner to create a very thin line above my upper lashes. Now it's time to move on to lashes. The ones that I'm using are by Ardell and number 105, and I'm using Duo Lash Adhesive. And apply a thin layer of glue onto the lash strip, let it dry for about 30 seconds, then place the lashes center down, and then with a tweezer hold down the corners. So first I like to push in the outer corner, and then after that I use the tweezers to push and hold down the inner corners. Then I pinch the lashes together to make sure that they're as close as possible to each other. And now just apply mascara to make sure that your natural lashes and your false lashes are perfectly blended together. I also like to apply mascara on my lower lashes as well. When the lash glue is completely dry, go back in with a liquid eyeliner and cover up any visible glue that might be left. And this time I'm creating a little bit of a thicker line, and I'm not going to extend it into a point, just slightly taking it out all the way to the outer corner of my eye, but not really extending it out into a point or anything. I also applied a little bit of the black liquid liner on my lower lash line, like right under my lower lash line and sort of in the outer third corner, just to make my lower lash line look a little bit thicker and darker. Alright, so now I'm moving on to concealer, and I'm using my fingers to blend this concealer under my eyes. The trick to any Victoria's Secret makeup look is to not go too overboard on your foundation or your concealer, because you really want your skin to look like skin with these looks. The eye makeup can be heavy, the lips can be bright, but your skin should look pretty natural, not too matte either. Okay, and next I'm applying my favorite face powder to set my foundation and concealer in place. This is a MAC Mineralize powder in medium dark, and it's a very sheer coverage powder, so I'm just applying that all over. I found that this powder applies best using a buffing brush, and the one that I'm using is a flat buffing brush by Real Techniques, and it's one of my favorite brushes. Okay, now it's time to move on to bronzer to get that Victoria's Secret summer glow. And the one that I'm using is a SMASHBOX bronzer called SUNTAN Matte, and the brush that I'm using is by Real Techniques. It's one of their blush brushes, and you're just kind of going to apply the bronzer on your forehead, on your cheeks, and kind of into the hollows of your cheeks, dab a little bit on your nose and your chin. This beautiful highlight that I'm using is by MAC, and it's called By Candlelight. Unfortunately, it's discontinued, but you can find similar colors at MAC or other highlighters. I'm basically applying this over my cheekbones and on the outside of my brows, kind of in a C shape. And after that, I dab some on my nose to make it look slimmer, and my Cupid's bow to make my lips look fuller. For my blush, I'm using this bright, beautiful color by MAC called Pink Swoon, and I'm applying that right over the apples of my cheeks and then kind of taking it a little back towards the ears. Just apply a little bit at a time. This color is a sheer pink color, even though it looks bright, but it is sheer, and it applies beautifully pretty much on every skin tone. To get Adriana Lima's gorgeous pink pout, I first lined my lips using a pink lip liner. And then after that, I filled them in using a pink lipstick by MILANI Cosmetics. It's called Fruit Punch, and it's the perfect color for summer. And that completes our Adriana Lima Victoria's Secret inspired makeup look today. Hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. I really think this look is so simple to create, yet it's very glamorous and perfect for every occasion. So I hope you enjoyed it, and please do follow me on Instagram. My username is BeautyByBinny. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks for watching Beauty by Binny. Take care. Mwah.